Hello everyone, this is Hive Magazine. My name is Alfie Clark and today I am joined by The Claws. How are we doing, gentlemen?
We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
really
Are
good.
we?
Yeah, just finished.
Are we
so,
good?
Yeah.
Of course. How was that set for you then?
Yeah, it was good, man. Leeds is always a kind city to us. Do you know what I mean? And I think we were gutted to have missed it off the headline tour. So when we were able to come and do live at Leeds, which we've done a couple of times now, it only felt right, and it was nice to play like such a wicked venue. And obviously it was so early, but it was still a nice and full room and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Because you just kicked off the tour a couple of nights ago in Brighton, am I right in saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
How excited are you to be back on the road then?
Mate, you know what? We've been chomping at the bit, trying to waiting to get out for so long. It feels like forever this year. Just writing the album and then releasing the album and waiting for the tour to come around. And we're playing a lot of venues that, when we started this band when we were kids, if you'd have said we were going to be doing the tour we are now in the venues we are, we'd have just we'd have bit your hand off.
I think it's like we've just been gearing up for the tour so much, trying to make it the most special one we've ever done, kind of thing. And we just kept rehearsing. Then the album come out and went, at least we got like a bit of break now, and then can't wait for tour. And then it was like, tour's next week. So we've been running around, putting all the finishing touches and that, and it's been a wicked start, man. And I think it's only going to get better. So.
Yeah. And I think it's a great way that you've managed to get Leeds on the tour lineup by doing a festival like Live at Leeds, because it focuses on so many cool up and coming acts, all these independent venues. Like, I don't know if you're paying much attention to the lineup, but are there any artists on the lineup that you've noticed that you want to big up or that you're fans of at all?
Oh mate, we absolutely love Jalen and Gonda.
Like he's literally been like. Remember I discovered him a good few years ago. I put it on in the van. All the lads were like, mate, he's unbelievable. And then we actually went to go see him in Birmingham, in a quite a small venue, because he hadn't quite exploded to where he is now. And I really love him to pieces.
It's a bit different to what we do, isn't it? It's like,
it's a bit different,
very different, yeah.
But you can't argue with fucking really good songs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And his voice and that. Love him, but also in terms of some of the indie bands on there, quite like Arcala, like Keo, like Quayside. I love the cover sets. You know what I mean? As you say, it's literally like brimming, isn't
I
it?
didn't even know Covers were here.
They're on the Brood now. Like
Playing
midnight.
they're
At
playing
midnight.
dead late. I saw.
Probably. Should we go?
So we've got to go and heckle them, really, because when we played with them before, they spent the whole time heckling us. So we're going to go and
Just take the mick.
buy a load of mouldy fruit on the way there, and we'll fucking launch it.
There's some congratulations in order as well, lads. Big congrats on the number one on
Thank
the
you.
independent artists chart.
Thanks a lot.
I mean, what was the feeling when you got that news?
It's crazy, man. It's like
Still absorbing it in many ways. You know what I mean, it was obviously mental, but we found that in Johnny, our bassist, vape shop, because he had work. So it's not quite how you imagine when you're a kid picking up a guitar and getting to that achievement.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Like, for the people that don't know, do you want to tell them about that story? Yeah.
So our bass guitarist Johnny works in a. We still haven't quite earned enough money to completely go full time. So we've all got little jobs, and Johnny's one is working in Vape HQ. As a what's his actual
specialist
as a vape specialist. It says that on his name tag. Johnny
as well. I mean,
Johnny vape specialist.
and we were on our way back from London, weren't we, on the Thursday? And we were like, what are we going to do tomorrow? He's going to call us and tell us where we got to. Should we all meet up and find out together? And he's like, can't, man, I got work. We were like, what do you mean you've got work? So we were like, we're going to have to do it there. So we found out inside Vape HQ, and we cracked open his bottle of champagne, and then this old boy come in for his free sour blue raspberry bubblegum.
That's got to be the best way someone's ever found out they're number one.
I think it's the only time it's ever happened.
Surely.
and for a good reason as well.
Yeah. Core memory kind of stuff, man.
I can't be like that for a second.
Because I'm such a big fan of the album, lads. Like, just bang ass back to front on that. But like, there's one song in there that stands out for me. That being Element, because it's an older song. It's one of your older songs that you have. And again, for the people that don't know, because you put it on your Instagram and stuff. But what was the reason for putting Element on the soundtrack?
It was a song that we wrote and recorded back in when we were just kids, man. We were just starting out in 2019, and we were just kind of messing around, not really doing much. And we wrote and released this song. And it kind of gave us our break and our start. And off the back of that, we signed a record deal to Universal Music. And then through COVID, the label ended up folding because of all the financial kind of pressure of that period in time. So we ended up losing our losing our label deal, losing the song. It was a bit of a rough patch for us because we were late teenagers, isn't it? So we were kind of treading water on our own, just us four. Didn't really know where to go. But you know, we always thought, because it's the song that gave us our break when we were kids, it deserved to be on our debut album. So we went and re-recorded it and took it back, or made a version for ourselves that wasn't owned by the label but now owned by us, so it could go on our debut album. That's the story.
Yeah. How did you manage to like pick yourself up off that? Because as you said, you know, you're so young, you're so naive, still early in this career, and to get hit with such a big setback, that must have been hard.
It was also lockdown when we found out. Did you say that? Yeah. So a combination of not playing live, and we class ourselves as a live band. Do you know what I mean? So a mix of that and then that happening. We were just obviously, devastated at the time and kind of thought that our chance was gone. However, we just dug deep, got together, wrote some really important songs for ourselves. Do you know what I mean? To kind of get us back in the mindset of things. And then it was just kind of business as usual. You know what I mean? We just kind of wanted to look forward rather than back. And I feel like it's kind of what's made us, really. It's where our ethics come from. And no one's in a band or even anything in life without having those lows and highs. I mean, you just persevere if you love it enough.
Yeah, just grit your teeth and just get stuck in. That's how it goes, mate. Exactly. I mean, obviously we've mentioned that you're back on tour. You know, plenty of dates going on. You're back in Newcastle. Obviously, I'm going to try and get to that set. It should be good.
Yeah, it'll be wicked.
What does the day in life on tour look like for the close then? What's the average going-ons?
It changes every single day, man. I think the average, the average day, as it would be waking up rough in a travel lodge, somewhere up and down the M6. A lot of the time our walls back onto each other. So normally me and Liam are sleeping in the same room, and then Johnny will sleep in a room with our guest on guitar and vocals who tours with us called Rob. So I mean, me and him, because I'm trying to look after my throat and that. So we'll just have a couple of beers after the show, get in. And then we'll wake up in the morning and just hear screaming through the drywall. So that's how the day starts.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
And then you get in the shower, hope that it's a warm one, try and find some scran from somewhere, get on the road. Our van normally breaks down about halfway, fix that, get to the venue, get sound checked, and then it's kind of, as I say, different every time. But I think it's got gradually more boring as time's gone on. Do you know what I mean? Because we are. Not saying health is wealth and all that, but we're definitely more cautious now going into gigs, so we can't do it on a mental hangover anymore.
No, of course not.
I mean,
got to be a little bit professional.
Somewhat,
I mean, it's a shame, but
I wanted to ask you something a bit personal, lads. You're from Birmingham. You're known for a lot of stuff. But one thing I know that the Brummies do really, really well is Indian food. I know you do Indian food
triangle.
Really, really good.
Come on.
So I need to know, lads, what's your go-to orders when you go to a curry house?
I always go for. There's a really great curry house in Birmingham called the Covered Wagon, which is in Moseley. Well, it's just outside. It's more white green, isn't it? That kind of way.
It's a bit further on.
And I always go for lamb rogan josh, pilau rice, garlic naan. And then mixie as well. I always have a mixie.
Yeah, you love a mixie, don't you? What do I have, man? I go to a gaff in the jewellery quarter called the Hen and Chickens, which is mega. It's like a desi pub, man. It's great, and it's. I'm really boring. Not gonna lie, man. It's like chicken tikka masala or something.
Fair dues, mate.
Yeah, pilau rice, garlic naan again. But I love the start, man. The fucking.
Of course. A few cobras, a few kingfishers and all.
And obviously, naturally, a cobra as well.
Of course.
I mean, it's got
Cobra's got a big one. I wanted to round off with a question that isn't actually from me. Okay. It's from someone quite special. It's actually from Heather Barron-Gracie of Pale Waves. So I interviewed her back in September, and I asked her to give me a question to ask to the next band that I interview. Okay. So she wants to know, what place or location inspires you?
Birmingham? I'd say, it's literally the theme of our album. It's the sound of four lads who've grown up in Birmingham. Do you know what I mean? It's on the street that the artwork's shot on. It's the album, our album cover. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's been completely authentic to us and our situation. I'd say that definitely the most. I know it's an easy one, isn't it? Your hometown and stuff.
Yeah, I think specifically Digbeth in Birmingham, because that's where that's where our band's origin is. It's where we played our first gig, and like as Liam said, like all those kind of, you know, teenage and early adolescent nights. Yeah.
Tales about growing up.
Yeah, and it's all you know, all those tales, all those nights and experience. Like it's all bled into the tracks on the album and stuff.
Also about, like every other city. Do you know what I mean? Because when we were kind of in Birmingham and writing it and stuff, you know, there was pals who moved away for uni, pals who went away travelling, and people going off to all these different places, while we kind of stuck in Birmingham and tried to write this album, and do you know what I mean, stuck with the band and stuff. So it's almost a bit about everywhere else and watching the world change from where you're from.
Yeah, man, fantastic. So to carry this bit or this thing on, basically, I need you now to give me a question to ask to the next band that I'm going to interview.
Can you read the Pale Waves one?
So the Pale Waves one was what inspires you the most, or what place inspires you the most?
What place inspires you the most? I got one. If you were to say they've got an album out, if you were looking back at your most recent album, is there anything that you change about it, and what is that?
That's a good one. That sounds good, that.
What if they say nothing?
Good for them. I'm chuffed for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all we've got time for, lads. I do really appreciate you taking the time,
thank
man.
you, man.
Happy
Appreciate
days.
it.
This has been Hive Magazine with me, Alfie Clark, and The Claws.